Welcome back, wrestling fans, to another edition of Beyond the Shoot, and thank you, God, for Tuesday nights because Monday was tragic. No, it was Raw. We're doing SmackDown Live today. We're going back to school. Let's start grading. Unlike Raw, I love when the show starts with The Miz on MITB. His guest today, The New Day. Of course, last week, The New Day won a match against The Bar to see who's going to be going to the Money in the Bank ladder match. But which one of the three is going to fight? Who? Or which one is going to fight? Which? That's what they were doing on the show. It was really funny. I thought it was awesome. I give this whole segment an A+. The Miz he's gold on the mic. New Day, they've been doing it for years. So these guys comedically, and also they were being really serious, so it meshed very well. But they actually didn't tell us who's going to fight. So they're going to wait probably till the pay-per-view to tell us who's going to fight in the Money in the Bank. But for the show, Miz started talking about, I can beat any one of you on any day, and I'm going to Money in the Bank, and I'm winning the ladder match to get that briefcase. So I can beat any one of y'all at any time. So Big E decided he's gonna be the one to fight him tonight. The Miz backed off, went backstage. We thought that was the end. But Paige shows up backstage and tells Miz, so, you think you can beat any one of them at any time? Get back out there, let's have a match. You and Big E tonight. So that transitions right into a match between Big E and The Miz. It was a really good match. It had some really slow moving moves. Big E's he's a big guy. I mean, they call him Big E for a reason. The Miz, he's had legendary matches with Seth Rollins and with Finn Balor and all these other guys. Big E is a different kind of opponent. So it was a little slow, but they told a story, and it was a really good match. I give it a B+. Of course, The Miz gets the win after the Bar comes out and interferes in the match. So I can beat any one of y'all at any time. So Big E decided he's gonna be the one to fight him tonight. The Miz backed off, went backstage. We thought that was the end. But Paige shows up backstage and tells Miz, so, you think you can beat any one of them at any time? Get back out there, let's have a match. You and Big E tonight. So that transitions right into a match between Big E and The Miz. It was a really good match. It was pretty awesome. One of the spots, Kofi Kingston using Cesaro as a launching pad to clothesline Sheamus on the outside. It was really cool, but in the end, The Miz did back up his words and he got the win. So like I said, B+ for the match. Good job, guys. We go backstage with Daniel Bryan, a small interview by Dasha with Daniel Bryan. By the way, Dasha, you're looking really, really good. I gotta give you props, girl. So Daniel Bryan, of course, has a match with Jeff Hardy because this week it was supposed to be Joe versus Big Cass. Big Cass got a knee injury, he's out. So we have this qualifying match for a qualifying match. It's Daniel Bryan versus Jeff Hardy. So Daniel Bryan talks about how for the first time ever it's going to be Jeff Hardy and Daniel Bryan in a match. It's going to be great. Back to the ring, we have our first of two qualifying matches for the women's Money in the Bank. We have Lana versus Billie Kay from the Iconics. Lana, she's an okay wrestler. I'm going to give her a few props. This was the shortest match I've seen in a long time, but I give it a B. It's probably the best 30-second match I've ever seen in my entire of loving wrestling. Lana comes out, of course, with Aiden English. Aiden English is helping her brand, actually starting a Lana Day chant. Instead of a Rusev Day chant, a Lana Day chant. Then the Iconics come out and start talking their smack, becoming heels that they should be. They get in the ring, they tussle with Aiden English on the outside a little bit, slapping him. Lana comes out and slaps these ladies back. Takes her in the ring, gives her a huge kick to the head, and then pins her 1, 2, 3. Like I said, 30 seconds, but it was so entertaining, I had to give it a B. So these ladies actually brought the comedy out of this match, and I thought it was really, really cool. So Lana, she's going to the Money in the Bank ladder match, and hey, she might become Miss Money in the Bank. Now we have our squash match of SmackDown. Andrade Cien Almas, of course, making his second appearance on SmackDown against a jobber. They didn't even put his name on the screen. He's so much of a jobber. But I love Andrade Cien Almas. This was a really quick match. There were a couple of drop kicks from the jobber who got cheers, actually. I mean, they like the jobbers in SmackDown. It's kind of crazy. They're better than the jobbers on Raw, I'll tell you that much. But Andrade Cien Almas gets the win. Of course, upping his ante. He wants more competition. Zelina Vega being the mouthpiece, they want more competition, and they should be getting it soon. Like I said, B+ for this match because I love Andrade. Next, we have an awesome segment. AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura, not in a match, but just to see what the stipulation is going to be, for their match at Money in the Bank. Of course, Shinsuke last week won the stipulation match and gets to choose what kind of match they're going to have. I'm gonna tell you what, I gotta give props to Shinsuke. I could actually understand what he was saying on the mic. They gave him a lot of mic time, actually more than AJ Styles. And he did bring it. He was very comedic, and he is a heel. He's getting boos. He's doing what WWE wants him to do, pretty much. And the fans are behind it, 100%. They have great matches. So I give this segment a B+. They had a tussle outside. He hadn't even told him what the stipulation was. He actually said he wanted to have a pillow fight with AJ Styles. It was kind of funny. I laughed at it. So that's why I liked it, and I gave it a B. But the action outside made the entire segment. They tussled back and forth. They actually used the announce table, but didn't actually break it down. Shinsuke Nakamura actually ends up giving him a Kinshasa outside and starts counting 1, 2, 3, all the way to 10, which pretty much tells you exactly what kind of match he wants. Last man standing. That's awesome because there's no DQ, there's no count out, false count anywhere pretty much. It's just whoever answers the 10 count wins the match. And it's gonna be a great match at Money in the Bank. This might be the end of the whole thing with AJ and Shinsuke. I hope it's not, but I predict that Shinsuke is gonna be champion. If not this match, really, really soon, because he's doing very well. B+. Next, we have a match for the #1 contendership for the tag team titles, going up against the Bludgeon Brothers. Of course, we haven't seen the Bludgeon Brothers in a while, but they still are the SmackDown Live tag team champions, and they need an opponent for Money in the Bank. So the Good Brothers, Gallows and Anderson, going up against the Twin Brothers, the Usos. I love the Usos, but we haven't seen them a lot since WrestleMania. I think the Usos, they're taking a break a little bit, and they actually jobbed out to Gallows and Anderson on this one. I wasn't upset about it because I love the Good Brothers. I think they're really good. They're a great tag team. They've been a great tag team in Japan with the Bullet Club, and they're a really good tag team here as well. So I'm hoping the Usos do this with a lot of other tag teams, just so we can get the tag team division rolling again in SmackDown. Unlike Raw, the tag team division is obsolete. Here on SmackDown, they're actually putting some effort into it. Usos, great job. I give this match a B+. Gallows and Anderson, #1 contenders, Money in the Bank. Now we have our second installment of the qualifying matches for the ladies Money in the Bank ladder match. We have Naomi going up against Sonya Deville. And like I said yesterday, I want more singles matches from these ladies to focus on their talent. This match, I actually give it a C-. It was a solid match. There were a lot of kicks. There were a lot of athletic moves. Naomi didn't botch this time. But Sonya Deville, she took the pin. This is the second time, actually. This is her second chance at the Money in the Bank qualifying match. She had a triple threat last week, which Becky Lynch won. And now Naomi pins her 1, 2, 3. Naomi going to Money in the Bank. Like I said, C-. Ladies, you did a good job, but you know, there needs to be a little bit more. So C-, ladies, good job. So now we're at our main event. Jeff Hardy versus Daniel Bryan. Whoever wins this match actually goes into a qualifying match against Samoa Joe next week on SmackDown. But I was so excited, Samoa Joe, is on commentary today. I love the fact that Samoa Joe, I mean, he's great on the mic, he's great in the ring, he's great all around. He's an A+ player to me. But of course, Jeff Hardy, Daniel Bryan for the first time ever in WWE. Of course, Jeff Hardy, he showed his age a little bit, but I think they had a great match. I really do. I give it a B-, but only because there was a couple of moves that, you know, I think Jeff Hardy missed his spot here and there. But Daniel Bryan kept the match going, lifted up Jeff Hardy and kept the match going, and it was a really, really good match. Of course, he makes Jeff Hardy tap out. Did he use the yes lock? No, he actually used a knee hold because Jeff Hardy did have problems with his knees, like he did with Big Cass last week. He did it with Jeff Hardy this week, made him tap out. So Daniel Bryan versus Samoa Joe next week. This is a dream match for me. They've been Ring of Honor competitors for a long time. I used to watch their matches back then, and now I get to watch them again. This is exciting. I can't wait for next week. Daniel Bryan, Samoa Joe. After yesterday's debacle on Monday Night Raw, this show was a breath of fresh air. Brought me back to being a fan of WWE again. I love the booking. I love the fact that the tag team division is being spotlighted. The ladies having singles matches, and of course, dream matches being made every single week on SmackDown. I'm giving this show a final grade of B+. B+ because all these wrestlers, they actually wrestle. There's storylines going on. We actually understand what they're doing and why they're doing it. Of course, I gotta say, Big Cass with the injury again, I think it's a shoot, but you never know what it is because I did see him backstage during the show. So I think it's a shoot, but they're gonna have bigger and better things for Big Cass. I think he needs to be repackaged again and brought back maybe as a babyface. I don't know. But like I said, B+ for the show. But my opinion only matters to me. I want your opinions. I want your grades. Click the eye up here and let me know what you thought of the show. So like, comment, subscribe, even dislike if you want to. Let me know what your grade is. Let me know what your comments are. Let me know how I did on the show, how you like me in this blue and this bandana putting the Cobra Kai thing in here. If you haven't seen Cobra Kai, you got to on Netflix. But yeah, also Twitter feed. Use your Twitter feed. Follow me, at Psycho_Steve BTS. One more time, at Psycho_Steve BTS. I got it right that time. But also, thank you so much again for joining us. Tomorrow we got NXT. Like I said, my favorite brand, Mike Heater, will be back. Remember, Raw made him sick. SmackDown's bringing him back to life. We'll see you all tomorrow.